Hello and welcome to this channel, everybody. This is the Eradicator, and today we are going to talk about the patch notes. There's a new patch note for the Evocatis, and especially we're going to talk about Inside Start Season, a quick review of Inside Start Season as well, because, well, what have we learned this week? Not so much. Let's talk about it.
Here's a name I could say from the Eradicator.
Alright, so first let's talk about the patch notes, and here, well, they still have quite a lot of issues, but some of them have been fixed. I'll put the link in the description down below for you to check. I'll just read to you the juiciest parts. And here I think that we have three lines here that I think are very interesting. These are some featured in the feature updates. Cave missions now make use of all available caves. This, I think, is a major development in 3.7 because in the past they only featured one cave. I think that people have been voicing concerns that they wanted all the caves to be more accessible, to be easier to find, and this is definitely a step towards the right direction in my opinion, because simply these planets, these moons are so big, it's going to be literally impossible to find those caves without a little bit of help. It's like, finding a needle in a haystack, basically. So that's why they decided to make sure that cave missions now make use of all available caves. Great news here. Thank you, CIG, for listening to us. Next thing is also something that is amazing that they removed. They removed asteroid interdictions. I'm sure this happened to you quite a few times. Actually, no, this is a scoop, guys. I did install Star Season Alpha 3.6.2. There will be a gameplay video on Sunday, simply because, yesterday I told you I bought the Caterpillar, so I wanted to try it yesterday. I did... I have about an hour of footage that I need to edit a little bit, so I expect a pretty long video on Sunday. And at some part you will see that I was actually interdicted in one of these asteroids, and my Caterpillar ran straight into one of those asteroids. There was absolutely nothing I could do, so this was very stupid to interdict people in these random asteroids that shouldn't be there anyway. So it is great that CIG removed those. Next thing here, and the last thing I'll talk about regarding the patch notes here, Lawful Station will now allow players with a level 1 crime stat to land, and turrets will only attack those with level 2. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense because it's very easy to get a level 1 crime stat. Sometimes you get a level 1 crime stat by accident. So this is good that stations tend to be a little bit forgiving here. But yeah, as soon as you have level 2, that means you are repeating offenses. It's time to get rid of that crime stats. Get a crypto key, go to SPK or the security post and get rid of it. I think that makes sense. All right, and now to Inside Star Season. All right, so we start the show right here with actually some images of the brand new Banu Defender, new lighting test. Actually, really looks fantastic. Looks much better than the leaks we'd had in Star Citizen leaks. Probably it's not in the build yet, but we can expect this to come maybe before the weekend. I would love this Banu Defender to be tested, maybe in tomorrow's patch, Star Citizen Alpha 3.7.0.d. Looking really nice inside. There's that ambient little mist here that looks very typical of Banu ships. Very, very, very fantastic. Alright, looks like Miles Eckhart is inside the ship as well. They've also talked a little bit about some extra things that they've added into the game. For example, they talk about the reputation system, which is going to work when people are going to share missions. So if you're a bad player and you not bad, but if you're an evil player, bad guy sharing mission with a good guy, you're gonna get some good rep. If you're a good guy sharing missions with bad guys, you're gonna get some bad rep, obviously, right? But they also talked about how stations are going to accept you or not. This is something that was mentioned in the Star Citizen patch notes and tweaked recently in the latest build. So kudos to CIG for talking about this a little bit. Unfortunately, we're not learning anything new here because we've been covering all of this for quite some time in various YouTube channels. So I think that this is one of the flaws of this format of Inside Star Citizen. Just 11 minutes. The show is just 11 minutes. That is way too short. Sorry, I forgot to put a full screen. That is way too short in my opinion. It should be way more than that because they don't really have time to explain to us in 11 minutes what is going to be inside the game. They're just telling us oh, we got this and we got that. Oh, we're going to implement this and that. It's going to be like this and like that. But they don't tell us the hows and the whys. And that's the thing, that this is really something that they absolutely need to fix. We're going to talk about it a little bit more further down the line. Next, they also talked a little bit about a new mission for level 5 crime stats. So apparently you are going to take on the UEE Navy if you are at level 5, because players, were saying that once they're at level 5, they're saying like, now what? You got nothing to do. But apparently this is going to be a very difficult mission that you're going to need some friends to share with. They also talked a little bit about weapons attachments. We've already covered that. There's going to be some scopes, some suppressors, some laser pointers, flashlights as well. Flashlights are going to look pretty cool. Different. They come in different sizes, so you're going to be able to buy them accordingly based on different gun that you have. Probably like if you have a very large gun, size ones are definitely not going to fit. That would definitely make some sense here. They are also showing us the flashlight, which is not just here to illuminate, but also to blind your opponents. I really like the idea of being blinded and not really knowing where the opponent is. So I think that's pretty cool as well. This is something that we learned. Yes, here. What have we learned today? There's going to be some flashlight, and they're going to blind you. That's what we learned. We also learned about the Hidebi or Hidebi Salvo Frag pistol. As you can see, it is a pretty big gun. It is in the scope of the Coda, looking a little bit more civilized, I would say. So this is one of those guns that is designed to go for one shot, if you want to one shot people, or at least try to do them straight into the head. But you really need some decent accuracy. This gun also had another function, which I think is pretty cool. And we're going to show it right here. This is like a shotgun function, so it's like secondary fire. And this is basically, look at that, it's like a little crossbow, and this is what it does. Boom! It is very, very strong. Obviously this is going to be great at point blank range or at close quarter combat. This is definitely what you want to use. Personally, I tried a Coda. This is not really my cup of tea. I prefer pistols that have a fast firing range. To me, as far as I'm concerned, the Arclight pistol is still my bread and butter. I just love it. But I can totally understand that people might not love it so well, and that they may want to have different options. They also talked about the rework face customizer. So they basically give us the option to choose between different faces and to blend these faces together. The percentage, the different percentages that we had are gone. There's not going to be two faces around the face of the main character. So this is something that is definitely gone as well. They're trying to make it a little bit simpler and give players more options. So we'll see how all of that transcribes. Last but not least, they talked a little bit about the ship rental system finally, but again, there's absolutely nothing that we didn't know already. Everything was leaked and covered on YouTube. Well, unfortunately, Jared, he says that we can learn the ships for 1 day, 3 days, 7 days, and 30 days. We already knew that. Not any talked about prices. I really do hope that by the time, right now, the prices are between 1.5 to 3% of the ship per day. I think that this is quite reasonable. This is similar to what we have in real life, at least in Europe. Some people told me in America it's even cheaper, but in Europe, these are the regular prices for car rentals. I do hope that ship rentals are going to follow that pattern, but they recorded these videos way before the release, so probably they still didn't know what the prices would end up being. So yeah, let's listen to Jared, and we're gonna hear the signature. Listen. No, he didn't say it. He didn't say it. I am shocked. Normally, Jared says, "So, what have we learned this week?" But he didn't say it this time. Maybe because he knows we haven't learned anything. Just a recap of everything that's coming in this Alpha 3.7. So that's all for this video, guys. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you enjoyed the patch notes. I think that this was actually the juiciest part of this video. Anyway, guys, tomorrow we'll talk about the roadmap update. Sunday, I'll be back with some gameplay video coming up on Sunday. You guys have been requesting that for quite some time, and I listened. It is coming. I did reinstall Alpha 3.6.2. So I'll be looking forward to reading your comments for that video. This is the Eradicator. I'm signing out. Let's talk about the giveaways. Hey guys, thank you so much for sticking around. Now let's talk about this month's giveaways. And yes, I said giveaways and not giveaway because I've got not one, not two, but 3 giveaways. And first, I'd like to talk about the Patreon giveaways. This is something I started doing last month as a way to thank those wonderful people who are helping this channel on a monthly basis. This is my way to thank you and somehow give back for everything you are doing for me. By the way, if you are considering helping this channel more, the link is in the description down below. And so this month, Patreons will actually have the chance to win a $10 gift card and a Grey Cat PTV buggy. That's right, guys, 2 giveaways for the Patreon this month. And, you know, as the double the winners, double the fun, right? Also, for the regular giveaway, I asked you guys, in the community tab what you wanted. And, well, you had the choice between another Ranger LTI, an RSI Ursa Rover, a 2013 RSI Aurora LTI game package with Squadron 42, or a $50 gift card. And there's been quite a lot of people who voted here, over 206 votes, and 42% of people who opted for the gift card. So this month I am giving away money, guys. I am giving away a $50 gift card. That's right, all you need to do to get a chance of winning is to subscribe to this channel and to comment to any Star Citizen related video. The winner will be announced early October. Good luck to everybody. I also wanted to thank the people who helped me getting this new PC. Your support helped me making continued content after my old PC blew up, and I cannot say how much I appreciate you guys. And that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys with the next video very soon. This is the Eradicator. I am signing out.